What kind of team do you guys enjoy playing on? A fun team, a built or competitive team? Today we're going to discuss what are the differences in the different type of teams, and is it possible to play on too many teams? I'm very excited to have Aileen here today to discuss this. Aileen has played on 113 USTA teams, so she's the perfect person to discuss the differences and maybe whether you can play on too many teams. Aileen, can you explain for someone that's just starting tennis, what is the difference between a fun team versus a put-together team?
We are in a country club setting, and so the majority of the teams that I play on are right out of our club, meaning you have to be a member of the club to play on the team. And so it's the same pool of people that play on the team. And we've been pretty much from the very beginning, if you're at that rating, you play on the team. For instance, at 4.0 level, we don't have more people than we have slots that are at that level. And it's been like that since I started. When I got to 4.0, there was only one other 4.0 at the club. And so we had to go outside and play on a team out of the city because here we have restrictions. You have to have so many people at that level to have a team at that level. And so since we didn't have that many at our club, we couldn't have a team out of our club. So we went out, and that was just trying to find a place to play because we wanted to play. And you get to meet people as you play, and some people you really enjoy playing with, and they become your friends, and you just have good competitive tennis, and you enjoy them as people. And it gets to be like, oh gosh, it's too bad that we don't get to play on a team together because I'm playing out of my club, and they may be playing out of their club. And so at that point, we start putting a team together, and a built team or a put together team of that nature. The goal was never really to go to states or to win and get the very best cream of the crop in order to play. It was more of a, hey, you guys want to play together, and maybe you haven't been able to because you're not members of the same club, or just like, hey, I really like you and I enjoy you as a person and you're my friend, and you have this other partner that you like playing together and want to get more matches in with. So you and your partner can come over and we'll start this team. It's more about the personalities and the people and being able to play with someone you don't normally play with. Then there are other teams that are like competitive teams. And I've played on a few of those that they get more intense, especially in the spring season, that their whole goal is we're going to win. Our goal is to go to states. Our goal is to win states. Our goal is to go to sectionals and move on. And for those, there seems to be more pressure. I don't know. I feel more pressure on those. And, if I'm playing really well, then I really enjoy those because you always know you're going to get a superstar partner.
Yes.
And you're winning the majority of the time. And, it's fun to win. But then on the other hand, like if you're not playing or you're sore or you're injured and you need to play and you're just trying to hold your weight there, or you don't know the people very well, and so now they're not all your friends. I mean, you just don't know them very well. You show up and you play your match and you may go home. It's a different feeling.
Yeah,
it's a different feeling, which again, I think I like it. It's fun when I'm playing well. When I'm not playing well, I'll beat myself up a little bit and I'm not enjoying it as much, the intensity.
Right. Would you say that at the higher levels that it's more, the teams that go to states are more the competitive put together teams?
The majority of the time, it's the competitive teams at the higher level are the ones that are put together. I mean, we've had people that they have them drive in 2-3 hours and they do it a couple times, in order to play a match. And then they stay back and then they'll play a playoff match and then they'll go to states. I think there are more put together teams, but I think that probably varies from region to region. Mm-hmm. We're in an area where, how we have 3 different leagues that are very close together. And so that's how a lot of people rack up number of teams. You can play in the morning in one league and in the afternoon or evening in another league. And it gets to be a lot of tennis. And a lot of these people are playing 2 or 3 matches, 2 matches a day.
Yeah, that amazes me.
a lot of the
I don't know
times.
how
Yeah.
people do that, but they do. They
Me
do.
neither. I couldn't. I did it. I had 8 teams in one season, and I played twice on some days. And again, you don't play every week. So you think, all right, full roster, and they're only playing half the roster a week. I can add all these teams, but inevitably then 2 teams or 3 teams, have all these injuries, and then they're asking you to play every week. And now all of a sudden I was playing 5 matches a week.
Oh, wow.
And my body just died.
Yes.
I couldn't do it. And I still haven't recovered fully from that. And that was back in 2017. It gets better, it gets worse, but it was just too much. And they needed bodies because it just happened to be a lot of people were injured. And that's, I guess, a negative of playing on too many teams. But, if you're fit and you can handle it, great.
And you
fun.
love it, then you want to play on more. Yeah.
It's fun to play with different people, but it's finding, that's what it's all about. It's just having fun out there, getting the social, having competitive tennis, a great match where you say, whoever wins, it's great. It was good tennis.
That's right. So do you prefer like a fun club team or a put together team, whether it's built or competitive, or do you like playing on both during a season?
Well, and I think that changes. That's really changed. Like the last couple of years, I've played on very competitive teams. 2 years ago, it was great. Last year, it was okay. But again, with injuries and just not feeling totally tuned with my game, I guess you could say, it wasn't as enjoyable. And it was nothing to do with the people, because the people were all great and very supportive and good. But it was just more with where I was with my tennis. And I'm enjoying more the people just in my own backyard at our own club. And I'm cutting back because, again, I got injured 3 years ago now, I guess. And I just can't play as much as I did back then and not be injured,
Right.
And when I'm injured, I don't play well, and I play only doubles. And so with only playing doubles, then it's letting my partner down, not pulling my weight, which I get upset with myself. And so I had to cut back on the number of teams that I play. So now I'm looking to play maybe 2 to 3 teams, depending on the season. And that's it.
Right. But I think with adult tennis too, like part of it is not getting injured. That's a big part of it.
And strengthening. And that was my thing. When I first started playing tennis, I was very fit, very strong, very fit. And it was all good, but I wasn't playing that much. And then I ramped up and I only played tennis, and I didn't go to the gym, and I didn't strengthen, and I didn't do external cardio, and I didn't, I let all of that go because tennis was fun.
Yeah.
Tennis is fun.
It is.
But and as I got older, having these little back issues, or then this and then that, because it all feeds on each other. And then you have to schedule in PT and stretching and all of it. It's partially getting old.
I really appreciate Aileen discussing this today. And I thought she made a great point that competitive teams are fantastic as long as you're playing well and you're winning, but it's a little harder if you're not playing well or you're injured. I also found it very helpful when she discussed that if you play in too many matches in a week, it really can lead to injury. I know it's really hard to say no to matches if you're available because they are so much fun and you have the ability to do it. Let us know if you've played on a ton of teams during a season and made it out without an injury. Let us know what you did to do that. Also, if you get a chance, please check out our Facebook page at Second Serve Podcast. Thanks so much for listening, and hope to see you on the court soon.